Hello, 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 and welcome to another exciting stream of Exiles in the Mist, a Ravenloft campaign set in the D&D 5e campaign setting. We're going to start with a good old mic check from my players saying hello. Starting first, we have Sazid.
Hola.
Looks like there was something over there. Can we get Eclipse?
Hey yo.
Heathcliff.
I'm here.
And Abel Gherkin.
Bonjour.
Sounds like we have everybody. Looks like OBS is grabbing everybody. I'm just going to slide this nameplate because currently Heathcliff is covered up by a duck. And we don't need that. There
Oh
we
no, not Thunder Duck.
No, it's
Hey,
Earthling
the
Duck.
crowd hasn't learned about Thunder Duck yet.
Yet is the key point.
They will learn. Alright. Let's close these extra folders that I have open. Last time, our characters were traveling in the lands of Borca. I'm going to go ahead and share the record of the map of Borca.
That's the one you wanted us to bookmark, right?
That yes, you could have bookmarked. It was not a requirement, but is helpful to everyone. But as you guys were traveling, you faced many dangers, mostly while you were asleep, interestingly enough. They didn't seem to want to attack you in the daylight, but such goes the ways of many dark lands within the midst of Ravenloft. On your final night, however, of travel, you found yourself, or most recent night of travel, you found yourself taking umbrage in an abandoned church. As you were securing yourselves inside, you were being chased in, you were fighting over and over rising waves of the undead. So you barricaded the doors, knowing full well you could still hear them thudding around and trotting around outside. And moreover, within the church itself, which I will share the image of. Share. Within, oh, now this one's just going to be in the way, huh? I'm just going to close you. The church itself, Abel had actually positioned himself over a trapdoor that led to some kind of cellar, through which he heard thudding noises, and he was like, and saw it was something like a dozen padlocks securing this thudding chamber. Which, to be fair, you get bravery points for just being like, nope, I'm sitting on top of this, we're dealing with it later.
Yep.
So,
No need to add more gasoline to the bonfire that's out of control.
why is it not playing? There should be thudding and knocking noises coming to you.
There's some.
They're just very quiet. Let's,
It's like a timid Girl Scout trying to sell me cookies.
right?
And now it's the angry Girl Scout trying to sell you cookies.
Same Girl Scout.
Same Girl Scout. Wow. It's alright.
They really want to give you those thin mints.
I'm a tag-along sort of guy.
Samosas and thin mints.
Thin mints for me all day.
Alright, well, we'll let that little bit of rattling that they're calling knocking go about. And while he is on top of this door just being like, no, we're dealing with this after we get a long rest, in particular, Druzzl, and as propped up next to him, have secured the front door. And Sazid and Eclipse are deeper in. I've already triggered a long rest for our players, so, lucky you guys. So you guys have been in here for the better part of the evening. How have you spent your long rest? Other than Gurk sort of hanging on top of that door. I did roll random initiatives for everybody, so if you want to do the conversational initiatives, Gurk, you actually go first. Would you like to be first?
Well, I'll go first this time.
Okay. Yeah, you are hanging out on top of this thudding door that just continually is pounding all night long. And the door to your room, wide open out to the rest of it. What little light you have in this room is coming from oil lanterns that are just flickering from the other rooms and lighting this room up just a little bit. In the night, you sort of glance over towards the foot of where you're resting, and up against the wall is a figure. This figure is leaned out, and you see him just sort of like looking into the hallway like, geez, I hope nobody sees me. And he's like looking at you like he's trying to get your attention. And he looks back to the hallway. And this figure, this incredibly handsome, we'll say male dwarf. Incredibly handsome male dwarf. Clad in a white hat and white long coat tails suit. Is just kind of sitting there leaned up against the wall and looking out like trying to get your attention, but trying to make sure nobody else sees. And he's pointing at the door and asking like in a whispered voice so that only you can hear it, like, are you going to open that?
Want me to open that?
I think you probably want to open that, but I'd be really careful.
Well, I'm definitely not opening it by myself.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you open that, you're definitely going to get betrayed. These are the steps I've been telling you. You have to trust me. If you open that door, you are going to get betrayed.
Sounds interesting.
Heathcliff.
Well, the beginning of the night
Oh, go ahead.
would be me trying to make sure that Ez is comfortable, whether in a bed or wherever she wants to be. The rest of the night, I'd probably be spent leaning up against the front door, making sure it stays shut. Or at least doesn't surprise us.
Ez would probably tuck herself in the opening room here. There's enough of the bed there that she can just sort of make a makeshift resting spot. And a single entrance, no windows. Pretty defensible. So, but that's it. You're gonna do like the I'm on guard duty unless something else happens.
Yeah,
Effectively?
I'm gonna actually like try to sleep against the door, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. Moving forward to Eclipse. During all this other stuff going on, Eclipse and Sazid, you guys actually notice movement in one of the corners of the cathedral, amidst the debris and the strewn detritus of pews and wooden benches. There's movement. Do you explore it, Eclipse?
I do. You will try. Whatever turn of word you want to use.
Alright, well, you have control of your token, yes?
Yes. Let's see here. Okay. Do these.
You hear the sounds of a keyboard clacking in the distance.
What is?
Roll an investigate check as you see this, like I say, this small movement under the debris. And how do you go about investigating?
I will use my finely honed sense of hearing and smell.
Okay, in that case, I will actually let you roll a perception check.
Alright. Best start, but I'll take it.
If it plays.
Is that a cat?
Better question.
That is what you hear from beneath the pew.
Better question is, did that cat just giggle?
Sounds more like that cat is knocking.
Open the door.
So that's your experience, Eclipse. You come across this Sazid. You see Eclipse following movement and sound in the corner of the room. What are you doing?
I'll make sure he's all good. And once I get over there, what'd you find?
I do believe I found a feline friend.
I wonder if he's hungry. And then I'll pull out some of the meat from the panthers that I killed and offer it to the cat.
Okay. Do you push the wood off of the cat, or are you guys letting it dig itself out? You guys are kind of in roleplay speed, so if either of you wants to, you can help the cat out from under the debris.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and help the cat. When you said under the pew, I figured it was a section of the pew that wasn't, on top of it.
No, it's under a pile of rubble.
Oh, yeah. I'll get it out from under the pew.
Yeah, I guess how that would be ambiguous.
This stark black cat, black as night doesn't begin to cover it. It is so black that it makes night hollow. Like its very fur is like looking into a portable hole. Gets pulled up out from this debris into your arms, and it's looking up at your face, and you actually notice it has a collar on, and the collar is scuffed, and it just mew. And you notice the collar just says knit on it. Y-N-I-T.
Is that tiny backwards?
It is, but that was not my intention. That is not at all what that came from, but points to you, so you can go ahead and have that inspiration point now.
Yeah. It's like, wait.
Like, good job, yay, inspiration. That was a horror gasp? That was entirely the wrong type of gasp sound. We'll get this figured out.
Yeah, that was creepy for all the wrong reasons. Actually, I think in this setting, a gasp like that is actually worse than like an actual horror gasp.
Figured out its name this time. Or back.
I love you guys. All right. So yeah, his name is apparently Tiny, but it's meant to be knit, like little knit, and yeah, he's just this little black kitten, and he's just kind of like mewing up at you. He is batting at your face with his paws. You do notice that he starts to get a little aggressive if you hold him too long, like he'll try to pull a claw out like a cat does, but otherwise at the moment he is just kind of casually batting at your face.
This is one of those moments I am, oddly enough, I don't have speak with animals, which makes me sad.
Curiosity, yeah. Interesting. Ignore my curious moment. Just continue with your day. So, that was Sazid and Eclipse. You're playing with the kitten. Sazid, what's your reaction to this kitten he's pulled out?
Like I said, I'm gonna for him some meat. See if he's hungry.
Oh, yeah, no, he absolutely takes the meat. And, like, one bites it.
Damn. Must be starving.
This kitten fits in the palm of your hand, Eclipse.
Oh, it's tiny.
Something about its shape and, we'll call it its conformation, as though it were a horse, reveals that it's fully grown. It's just kitten-sized.
Teacup cat.
Very peculiar.
Abel, the door is thudding, and this guy's asking if you're going to open it. And telling you that if you open it, you'll be betrayed. But also that you probably want to open it.
I said that sounds interesting, and calls. Hey guys, someone come over here. I want to open this door. And I'll say that loud enough that it carries through the church so somebody would come.
Yeah, the closest person will be Heathcliff.
That's fine.
Heathcliff, do you go in the room? Are you there, Heathcliff?
Is it still nighttime?
It is still nighttime.
I'd poke my head in and be like, you want to explore that while we're all trying to get some rest? And
Kinda.
it's knocking at you?
Kinda, I'm bored.
Well,
That I want to see who betrays me.
let's... What?
Yeah, the ghost dude says that someone's gonna betray me if I open this.
You feeling okay, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. How about you?
I'm a little worried that you're seeing things.
Really?
I mean, yes and no. More having a conversation with something that's telling you that one of us is gonna betray you.
So,
What was that? Is the final fanfare still making noise? Stop it.
That triggers.
You found out something wrong.
is that what happens when I look at the door to open it?
Weird. Just turn the volume on that thing all the way down.
Just in the middle of a horror game, that's going to come out randomly. It's going to make this campaign so much better. Like,
Right?
it's going to be hilarious. You're sneaking around the corner, trying to, attack the werewolf without being seen. And you step on a branch. Dun, 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 dun. You stepped on
Right.
a branch.
I was thinking more. You heard a click, and then it goes off. Roll initiative. Dang it!
Just have that be like a curse someone has when they randomly do something. Just everyone here in the game hears the fanfare.
I'm gonna look at Abel and be like, "Hey, look, I think we should get some rest, and then we can go see what's down the trapdoor, okay?"
Alright, fine.
Just several more hours and we'll be fine.
Hurry up, because I'm getting itchy.
I mean, they make a powder for that. And I'm going to go back and sit at my door.
So, as Heathcliff had leaned into the room, the door had been pushed ever so slightly further open, and the light that ensued washed over the spot where your friend had been sitting, and he was no longer there. As Heathcliff pulled away and the door drifted back closed, and the room once again became closer around you in the darkness. As the shadows grew longer, you noticed him sitting back in the foot of the bed, just sort of shaking his head and just mouthing to you you're gonna give it away. If you want to figure out who betrays you, you can't just call it out. You gotta see what happens.
This coming from the ghost.
You're what?
This coming from the ghost of Christmas future.
Oh boy. Okay, so Heathcliff, from outside of the room, you notice actually, after you've walked away, having pulled the door back sort of too, it ever so slowly closes and latches. You're gonna attempt to go back to sleep?
Like, latches like there's a catch on the inside that's holding it shut, or latches like it sounds like somebody threw a deadbolt?
It sounds like the door just closed and latched like doors do, like the tongue slipped into the groove and it just, as the door latched, closed.
I probably wouldn't think too much of it.
Mm-hmm. That's the point.
So yeah, I'd just go back to leaning against the door and trying to sleep. The other door. The door I was leaning against.
I heard that roll on somebody's computer.
Might have been mine.
Alright. Eclipse, your turn. You have picked up this cat. It's in your arms. It's starting to get a little feisty. What do you do?
I will. Let's see. I have. Go. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll turn this to see if he has another snack we can give the cat while I try to, pet the cat on its head.
You do, in fact, have a lot of badges, Tiger Paladin. Welcome to the stream. So are you setting the cat down as you reach down to pet its head? Are you, holding it into your arms like you would swaddle a baby? What are you doing with this cat?
That's what I'm tempted to do, is hold in my arms like I'm swaddling a baby.
And just go to pet its head?
Yep.
Okay. It effectively tries to attack your hand. You're gonna probably succeed at this roll, but I need you to roll me athletics or acrobatics to resist a grapple.
If you get grappled,
He didn't roll very high.
Say that. But...
You what? With a 13, you pass. You are successfully able to pet the cat's head, though he has a hold of your paw with both of his tiny little paws, one on either side, as you do.
if you would have failed that, I would have been giving you shit for the rest of the campaign.
If I would have failed that, I would have not been suppressed.
So, Sazid, he's turned to you and asked you for more food. Then what is your... I assume you give it to him. Then what is your plan?
Probably just turn around and go to sleep at that point. That's what we're here to do is rest.
As the
Yeah.
zombies continue to smack against the outside wall.
I'll recede back to the corner over here and take a nap.
Okay. The zombies aren't making any noise.
They're taking a nap too.
Apparently.
Resting up to eat our brains later.
Rude zombies. I'm getting nothing from them. Alright, that's it. I'm bringing them up over here. The same channel I brought the cat up on. Also in a separate library than I brought the cat up on, so this will be different. Nope, that's not what I want. Sass me. Audios. It's just one more thing I have to pay attention to. But that's okay. I like that you guys are all like spread out all over this church. There's no way you guys are going to be safe. Zed is calling it a night, so Abel Gherkin, it is your turn. Do you just try to sleep through the night now that you've been talked out of or away from this thing?
Yes. If the door closed, I would have gone and opened it, but yes.
Oh, the door definitely closed. So you get up and walk over to the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you get adjacent to the door, something reaches out and grabs your arm. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Give me a moment while I pull that up. That's not as good as it could be. But also not as bad as it could be. How's a 19 do?
Nice, you only take half damage.
Oh, lovely.
As this hand reaches out and lashes onto you, you feel it physically grab hold of you. And you look down to see the elongated fingers of what you presume to be a humanoid of some kind, but flesh and real. You notice a tattered and worn white sleeve reaching out from the shadow that's reached out and grabbed you. But that's all you can really have a chance to notice is the arm before the hand touching you manages to lash you through just with this ice-cold, searing grasp. And you take 12 points of cold damage.
Damn. Will you apply that? I'm still not sure how that all works.
Yep, I'm currently applying.
Thank you.
And it says, a voice from the shadow says, I am no ghost, child, and I assure you, as a caller, I am very real. Just remember, for my visits, they can hurt. And as he leans in, you watch the figure from the shadow, which was completely silhouetted, begin to morph and change shape as it leans out. and it leans forward, and it's the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, still clad in the same white from head to toe. Or I can make it be kind. I am here for your benefit, but never confuse me with being a ghost. And as she says this, she lets go of sort of your chest that she's grabbed hold of with this elongated hand. And her features all look normal, just this beautiful young human woman, raven black hair, white suit. And she says, I'm just here for your benefit. Excuse me for helping. And she walks across the room back to where you were sort of sleeping, or trying to sleep, into the shadow and vanishes. Sort of just as you're trying to open the door.
Did you hear what I yelled before she?
I did not.
I said two arms were under attack. I'm under attack. But I said that right before she said her spiel.
That's okay. No one outside of this room heard a thing.
I'm gonna try and leave again.
Yeah, you open the door and it works just fine.
I'll wake up Heathcliff.
Do you just tell him everything?
Mm-hmm. And show him
going all the way back to the house, because this is the same person in white that you've been talking to since the basement of the house.
Yes. I fully inform him of everything. Because this is the first time that it's attacked me.
Also, to be fair, this is the first time it felt insulted by you.
So, to get this straight, you've been talking with a ghost for several days, if not a week now. You didn't want to let everybody know, which I understand. Like, if I was potentially talking to a ghost, I'm not sure I'd want everybody to know either. But something happened. But something happened tonight that pissed it off and made it attack you.
I called it a ghost.
Yeah, okay, I could see how that would probably piss it off.
The pounding on the door to the basement grows louder. A loud crash smashes against it, strong enough that if you were still laying atop the door, Abel, you feel like it probably would have lifted you.
Ow.
Abel and Heathcliff, you were the only ones close enough to have noticed this just happened.
How big is this church? I think a crash that loud, that strong, would be heard.
Oh, everybody heard it, but you guys saw that it, like, hit that loud and hard.
What do you say we get the rest of the crew and open it and deal with this?
How long have we been here inside?
You guys have been inside for several hours, long enough that, like I said, I've given you a cinematic long rest, so you're looking at like 5 or 6 hours.
Which means that's probably failed out. Okay.
You do notice from the few windows in the main cathedral hall that the outside lighting has not changed. The sun has not risen yet.
Okay, I'm gonna re-up my psychic network, and I need to roll a dice on that. Woohoo! For 1 hour. This one's gonna last a long time. I'm changing it to Eclipse and Able, and I'm gonna wake Eclipse up. Let him know that there are things we need to discuss, and to grab Sazid as well. And for right now, I think Abel and I are gonna stay here with the door open, watching the trapdoor.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, well, Eclipse, Sazid, your opinions on this situation?
Did I fall asleep with a cat in my hands?
Yeah.
Oh.
The cat is curled up on you the whole time.
I guess I'll go ahead and wake up. Telepathically say that you know the rules if there is a cat on your lap.
You've got a problem.
It is the rule that you can't get up if there's a cat on your lap. But I'll make it.
Oh. Solid. I was really confused what the rule was, but that is a rule. He's not wrong.
Technically, I'm still sleeping. Eclipse hasn't woke me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll attempt to stand up holding the cat, and then walk over to Sazid to wake him up.
The cat crawls itself across your clothing and fur and nestles itself in the ruffles of the scarf around your neck and is sitting on like the nape of your neck.
Yay. But yes, I will.
Okay, yeah. Sazid, you wake up to Eclipse pawing you awake.
I wake up to 2 cats and a bird. I should be scared.
Said we.
Eclipse, it stings when you touch him. You don't touch him long enough to take any real damage, but you learn he wasn't kidding. This sort of necrotic flesh of his is dangerous, and just the little bit that you graze his fur actually hurts you, or his feathers actually hurt you.
Good to know. Won't be doing that again.
I warned you not to touch me.
That's fair.
Do you inform him what's going on with these other two?
Yes. It's like we are being, for lack of a better term, summoned. Apparently, something happening with the door.
Guess we better deal with it now, then.
I concur.
Any of you guys feeling betrayed today?
Because that's a feeling I commonly feel.
We should get
He asks as you guys walk up, just straight up in game.
Yep.
We forgot Knit.
You really want to bring your cat down there?
I do. I am holding Knit. Well, more at Knit snuggled in my scarf.
I feel we
Tiny.
should talk to Ez before heading down.
What would you like to say to her?
Just let her know we're going to deal with it, basically. see if she has any info on what might be down there.
She reiterates she's not from around here, but that if there are dangers you wish to deal or feel like you must deal with, then take a peek at your own discretion.
Dragons first.
Dragons first, so Abel.
I was like, what is he talking about?
It took me a second.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Heathcliff has to go first. There are 6. We'll call it 6 padlocks on the door. They need to be picked.
Yeah, I would probably need to go first.
Yeah, because if I try and pick them using a sword.
I mean, it might work. You want 8? You said 8 or 6?
6. Does everybody pile into the room behind him? Or are you guys all waiting in the hallway?
I would feel more comfortable if everybody was here.
I'm going to turn on my divine sense.
It's not a bad idea. I'm pretty sure it's going to tell you you're surrounded by undead, though.
Still?
You're still in the same building.
We're about to
last time
open a whole bunch more.
Last time I did divine sense,
The door was closed.
Oh, that's right. No, it's line of sight, and I decided not to do it because the door would be breaking line of sight. I wouldn't be able to tell what was under there. I decided not to do it because of that.
Why does it have to be line of sight?
If
Where did we read that last time? Because I'm not seeing it right now.
Location 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Oh, behind total cover. Gotcha.
Can I draw a weapon and get ready to attack if anything comes out when he's done picking locks?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Abel, are you staying in the hallway or are you going in the room?
I'll go in the room. Too far.
I'll actually take a step back.
And Eclipse, what about you?
I will. I'll hang out right here.
I'll just be over here.
Right.
That's fine.
And just
all right.
in case, I am going to. Crap, what was it called? I am going to use Vigilant Blessing on myself.
Okay.
I'm curious, what does Vigilant Blessing do?
It gives whoever I cast it on, including myself, an advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh, okay.
But I can only cast it on one person at a time. So, even if I cast on myself now, I can't cast it on you later unless I use mine first.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be a bit okay.
So you're staying in the hall, but going first.
Yeah, because shields.
All right. Give me those. We'll do one check, but I'm increasing the difficulty based on the fact that it's technically 6 you have to undo.
So, is it 6 separate or just one?
One single check.
And I missed the chat box. 17.
You're able to make it through the first 3 locks without a problem. As you get to the 4th lock, BAM! The door rattles, causing you to drop your picks. Do you pick them up and continue your work?
Yes.
As you pick them up to continue your work, a voice behind Abel leans in and says, "Just be careful when you're down there. And for your sake, avoid the tickets."
Wait, we're going down there?
Was that
Zed. You see him fumble with the lockpick. You see Abel mumbling to himself. You're readying your weapon still in case something pops out?
Yeah, I'll draw my bow.
Bow is your weapon of choice?
Yes.
Okay. Eclipse. You just still waiting back there through the cover of the people in the door if you need to?
Yes.
Okay. Give me another check, Heathcliff.
$11?
One more lock comes undone. Bang! Why are none of my sound effects playing? It was supposed to say help me. I'm a little upset. We're gonna do something about this real quick. You watched. You just watch.
Would you mind if I listened instead?
You're gonna watch with your ears.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just put my eyeballs in my earholes.
That made almost no noise. Alright. Disappointing. Pounding on the door, and you hear a voice from the other side let out just the slightest laughter. Heathcliff, your reaction. Do you want to continue?
No.
Going to anyway?
Yes. Because you've been
Definition of
chomping
gold.
at the bit to go down here ever since we got here.
Abel goes. Abel, the voice beside you from the other side of your head goes, "Ooh, this is exciting. You don't know who it's going to be, but this is the moment. This is where it starts."
Can I betray myself?
Sazid, you're watching Abel talk to himself as your rogue continues to fumble with these locks. Your hands begin to sweat as they grip this sword, or this bow. Will he ever open the door? With each crashing bang, what's coming through? How large must it be that with each impact of the door, the room rattles?
I'm concerned for Abel's health right now because he's just whispering to himself. Alright.
Eclipse, your
To the
pocket has an ever so slight but familiar hum of vibration. It's not saying anything, but it's almost the thrum of expectation. And it's funny, but as you feel this cat upon your neck begin to purr, it's almost as though these vibrations are in sync. Heathcliff, give me another unlock pick check.
An unlock pick check?
An unlock pick check.
Unlock pick check. All right. Let's see here. Let's use this unlock pick. That was a good unlock
do it.
pick. Let's do a
That
real
was a
lock
much better
pick. this time.
unlock pick. Click, click, click. Oh, that was with
That was
investigation.
with investigation.
Oh, okay.
12.
Another lock comes off. You have one lock left. And as you pop this lock leading to the last one, you brace yourself with each lock until now there had been a thudding crash against it. And so you ready. But nothing happens. Go ahead and give me another lock check.
Oh boy. I'm gonna look at everybody real quick and go, y'all ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
Glad I'm not the only one that went there. 14.
Click, click. The door, the last padlock, pops free. It pops free so forcefully that it actually fumbles itself free of your hand, stumbles onto the door lid itself, or the trapdoor lid itself, and just makes sort of a ka-clunk sound as it slides off of it to the floor. Do you reach for the hatch?
No. I'm gonna take a step back into the side and kind of clear everybody's line of sight, fire, everything. And do one last look and be like, this was rattling when it was locked and it's not popping open with things coming out of it. I really no. with each one I'm pointing at it, being like, this is what I
He steps to the side, readying his own weapons, waiting for someone else to open it. Abel, what are you doing?
I will get behind and I'll open it, but in such a way that it's like a shield. The door itself is like a shield for me. So I'm behind the door.
There's not really anywhere to stand on that side because of the way it's tucked in the corner.
Off to the side then? No, Heathcliff's there. Well, I guess, which way is the door oriented? Which way does it...
It will open towards the southern wall, so that when it is open, it'll be flat against that southern wall.
Yeah, so where I'm at, I'm off to the side?
Yep.
Cool. Then I'll open the door. Using my sword.
Yep, you just walk up and pop the door?
Yep.
Okay, as so you said you're using your sword. Are you just popping that under the latch and then trying to pry the latch with it?
Yeah.
Okay, sure enough, as you reach with your blade, bang! The door is struck, but doesn't pop open. You use your blade to push on the latch and pull the whole apparatus upward, and the door opens, wide open. And descending into the darkness, just a simple flight of stairs.
I wish I had chemical light sticks. I wish they'd been invented yet.
Chemical... What? What?
Chemical light sticks. Like those things that you snap and shake and throw down and they look
Glow
like
stick.
the blood from the breath. Yeah, glow stick.
Yeah, that was Heathcliff's response, not Druzzle's.
Oh, I thought you were confused on what I said.
Nope.
Druzzle's becoming aware of the fourth wall. He heard the out-of-game statement.
I didn't know it was an out-of-game statement. Considering he prefaced it by opening the thing and then saying, I wish I had glow sticks.
I will go ahead and actually let me double check something here. I said I have torches in my bag.
Yeah, we all have torches.
Okay, good. I mean, I don't have to worry about torches myself, but good.
Who doesn't have dark vision?
Well, I can become glowy boy. No, you know who doesn't have dark? No, I mean I have it now. but we're not going to go back into the argument on how the hell cats don't have dark vision.
I don't have dark vision.
Okay. Alright. This is going to be as good a spot as any to take our first bio break, as our characters are making their way to the stairs. Who knows what dangers lurk beneath this abandoned churchyard?
The shadow knows.
The shadow knows. That's true. The shadow knows what evil lurks in the hearts of all men. But either way, we'll catch you guys on the other side of this. If you like to see this for your... I'm going to rewind a little bit here. If you like to see, please feel free. I'm going to screw it up again. To follow, click that follow button. Otherwise, click that subscribe button wherever you're watching the VOD. And we will be right back. Alright, hello. We are back. When we last left our players, they had just opened the door to a thrashing basement. Were they expected to get attacked? Who would like to be the first one down in the stairs first?
Well, before we do anything, I'm going to go ahead and use my Eyes of Night ability.
What's Eyes of Night do?
Eyes of Night allows... See, I have dark vision out to a range of 300 feet, but as an action, I can magically share the dark vision of this feature with willing creatures I can see within, and then up to a number of creatures equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum 1 creature. Shared dark vision lasts for 1 hour. Once I share it, I can't do so again until I finish a long rest, unless I expend a spell slot of any level, or expend a spell slot of any level to share it again.
And you've got enough wisdom modifier to hit the whole party.
I do.
So as Eclipse activates this, it cascades across the party, and everyone's vision who is affected just shifts sort of to black and white, because you were already in a little low light area here in this room anyways. So now you can see. Now, do not forget that unless you guys light a lantern or some other source of light when you're in the basement, you're technically still operating at disadvantage. But you can see, you can function.
Yeah. It just says that dim light is bright light and darkness is dim light.
Yep, and dim light is disadvantage.
On perception checks. Or on checks that rely on sight.
Yes. So,
Which would include attack rolls, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Down the hatch the party goes. Is this a yes? Is someone taking point?
I guess since
no,
it was
Suze,
mine
I'll go
to
down
out
first.
this one. Oh, okay.
So wait, so who's going first?
I'll volunteer if no one else wants to.
I don't really want to, but it was my idea.
Alright,
And
which
gonna
one of you
switch
guys
to my
wants to go
rapier.
first?
I'd be more inclined to go first if I hadn't already taken damage before we even started.
I'll switch to my rapier, light a torch, and head down first.
Alright. Saz is first. Who's going down behind Sazid?
I will. We should send the cat.
Who is going down third?
I'll go third.
And then I will...
Which makes Eclipse and the cat fourth. Are you bringing the cat with you?
You know what? Why not?
Okay.
You can always throw
Cat
it as
stays
a
attached.
professional weapon.
As you head down the stairs, you find what appears to be little more than a storage cellar, a root cellar. There are shelves with canned goods. God knows they're ancient, too ancient to still be any good. But there are table after table after table, and row after row after row of just junk and minutia that is just stored across these tables. Old clocks, abandoned toys, ancient books. This room probably hasn't been entered in several centuries of dust that has accrued. So, but it's just the tables are filled with stuff.
Alright. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I investigate the books.
Well, first one down is Sazid. You see him going to scoot past you towards the books. Do you say anything, Sazid?
I'd suggest caution, my friend.
I won't read them out loud.
Roll a percentile on the books.
.007.
And then I need you to roll me a d20.
Come on. $17.
138. Alright, you actually find a book on the ins and outs of gambling. On the cover is a pair of knucklebone dice, one of which has a skull symbol on a side that would normally show 6 pips.
Huh. I'll send it through the
Well,
psychic link, but that's about it.
Yeah, you just note the book that's there, but don't say anything else other than that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Do you guys want to roll just new initiatives for down here?
I kind of think we should.
Does this count towards my vigilance thing, or is it just?
If you want it to.
I don't. I'm gonna save that for battle.
Okay. So that's Abel, Sazid, Eclipse. We're still needing Heathcliff's initiative. Alright, well, perfect timing. Abel, you notice the books. You send over to the network that you spotted this book on gambling. Eclipse, you are sort of next in line on initiative after him, so we're just going to jump straight to you.
Okay.
Even though you are last in initiative order, last one coming down the stairs.
Okay.
So you notice these tables as everyone starts piling off of the stairs to go to these tables. Do you look for anything particular? Do you say, well, that's weird, and go back upstairs? Where you at?
I am curious about the gambling book, actually.
Oh, you just head straight over to that book?
Yeah. I want to go ahead and snag it so I can possibly take a read at it later.
How to gamble your life away.
When you pick it up, you realize it's rattling.
Oh, I will go ahead and open the book then.
Inside the book, it is hollowed out, and in the center is a wriggling human finger.
Oh. Fantastic.
Sazid, so you're back on the stairs while all this is going on.
Well, I'm gonna look around for a source of the rattling.
For like what was smashing on the door?
Yeah.
perception check.
Not investigation. 17.
Roll me a percentile and a d20.
58 and 12.
And 12. $150. You notice a mannequin suited up in armor as you're just sort of like panning your vision around the room. Suited up in armor head to toe, and its hilt appears to be missing a sword, and laying on the floor beneath it is the pommel of the sword with no blade, just sort of laying there on the floor in front of it. But other than that, nothing seems amiss. This just seems to be a little storage area.
I'm gonna go check out the sword and armor further.
Okay. You're investigating the sword. It is decorated, the handle at least, is decorated with emblems of rats and ravens. The helmet of the mannequin, of the armor on the mannequin, is actually shaped in such a way that the mask of it is not unlike a plague doctor's mask.
What would it be? History check to see if I know any of the symbols on the armor?
Sure. Nothing stands out. Heathcliff. Are you interested in the stuff on the tables? Or the stuff that at least two members of your party already seem to be distracted by?
I wanted to look through the bookshelves.
Okay. Investigation. It's piles of books more than it is shelves.
Oh.
But
22.
give me a percentile and a d20, please.
Think of it this way: how many books were around a couple centuries ago? Everything was scrolls.
It's true.
65 on the 100 and 15 on the 20.
You find a book of bedtime stories. And you said a 15 on the 20?
Yep.
The bedtime stories come from the country of Rishamlu.
Cool. I'm gonna pick that up for later perusing and put it in my backpack. Or attempting at perusing if it's in a different language.
Do you tell anyone that you're snagging this?
I wouldn't hide
Or
it,
show it to anyone?
but I wouldn't necessarily know. I mean, maybe
Okay.
oh, hey, this looks cool, comment out loud as I find it and put it in my backpack.
Okay. Abel, we come back around to your turn.
Oh. What to do? What to do?
You notice one of the books get pocketed by Heathcliff.
That might be cursed, just so you know.
The voice did tell you to watch out for tickets. Avoid the tickets. But otherwise, he didn't say anything else was dangerous.
This is true, but this is also the same voice that attacked me for calling it a ghost.
Books might be tickets in some way or shape or form. They are paper.
I'm gonna do a general perception around the room and see what else is there and all that good jazz.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to get advantage on this roll.
If you're just giving a general look, there really wouldn't be a way to get advantage.
Yeah, I know. So, all right, yeah, just general perception. Not too bad.
With a 16, you do notice several handwritten, since you're standing next to the books, we'll start there. Notice several handwritten volumes of books. You actually notice that they seem to be piled in such a way that the language each book's in each stack is like written in matches. Like you notice that it's all in different languages, but like this pile over here is written in one language, this pile over here is in another language, this one over here is in still another language. And that's how it appears to be organized. You also notice, I mean, like I said, all manner of things. There's puzzle boxes and puppets and, like I say, children's toys from several eras. You also notice silverware and dining utensils that have been placed down here. Several mannequins of clothing matching different eras.
Almost like this is a cell.
Like a sale? Is that what you're saying?
C-E-L-L. Prison cell.
No. Just like grandma's storage down in the basement. Just multiple eras of stuff just was piled up.
All right. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna really mess with. I'm not gonna fuck with too much stuff down here.
Since you opted not to turn on your divine sense.
Correct.
This time.
Though I didn't think about that. Now that I came down, so since it'd be, if I can still do that, I will this turn. If not, I'll do that next turn.
Okay, Eclipse, you see him perusing the tables. What was the last thing you were looking at? Are you there, Eclipse? Your mic is muted.
And he's coming.
Oh, and we just lost him altogether. Oh, he's back.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason it wasn't showing muted even when I hit the button multiple times. But I'm back. So I had the book with the wiggling finger.
Yes. You have a book with a wiggling finger in it. Do you react? Everyone's just kind of milling around looking at their own stuff.
I will quickly close the book again. Just like, oh, look, finger. Nope. And I will pocket said book just in case. Because it looks like someone's hiding this finger for a reason.
Okay.
Maybe somebody was trying to give somebody else the finger.
Yes.
Alright, so we have pocketed 2 books now?
Yes.
From the sounds of it. Did you want me to put it in my inventory as a specific name or just book with finger?
Book with finger works just fine for me.
Okay. But for the rest of my turn, you said that there was puzzle boxes, correct?
Yep.
I am going to go see if I can possibly open one of said puzzle boxes.
Have you never seen Hellraiser?
Yes.
Alright, so that's what he's off to do.
Yay.
Sazid.
Before moving on to something different, I'm gonna pocket the sword hilt and the mask. Not the armor.
Just gonna pocket the sword hilt. Okay. The mask's the whole helmet.
Just the mask, not the whole helmet.
That's what I'm saying. The mask is the mask of the helmet. It's riveted together.
Oh, well, I guess I'll take the whole helmet then.
You would.
I totally would. You said it was Plague Doctor themed. It would fit perfectly on my head. I don't have to worry about my beak getting in the way.
You would. Okay. Sure, you take the helmet and you pocket the helmet. As well as the broken sword. Oh my goodness. You guys have given me so much fodder to work with, and you don't even know it. All because you guys are like, I pocket this.
Well, in IR, my character is a gambler, and you mentioned gambling bucks, so I was like, haha, I want it.
Fair enough. Heathcliff. What was the last thing you were working with?
I was perusing bookshelves. Was the last thing I was working with.
Nothing had grabbed your attention though, other than
that book of bedtime stories that you mentioned?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else yet.
Then are you gonna try to look at other stuff? Is what I'm saying.
It's just the one room, right?
Yep, one giant room.
Can I search the bookshelves for like a hidden lever or...
It would be an investigate check.
Eight.
Nothing stands out. It just seems to be a storage cellar.
Perhaps the lever is one of the books.
Storage cellar that had knocking. Sazid was the one with the torch, right?
Well, at the moment, nobody's using a torch because you got low lighted.
Oh, someone lit a torch after we got dark vision.
Yeah, I thought Sazid lit a torch and then went downstairs.
I did.
He did say that.
Oh. Okay, then yes.
Alright, well then I want to go over by where Sazid is and see if I can read this book or flip through it, see if, I can read it.
Is this still the children's storybook?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll me an investigation check, please.
It's not under actions. Nat 20 for a total of 23.
You see arcane runes. You're used to seeing words hidden within other words because of Thieves' Cant. You notice arcane runes worked within the script of the book. It's like a book within a book. And if you just flip through the book as a whole, everything just looks jumbled and impossible to read. Like letters don't make sense, words aren't where they're supposed to be. But when you take it one story at a time, starting with the first story, they begin to fill in.
Interesting.
Having noticed these runes and whatnot, do you try to read it? Do you try to arcana check? Do you mention it to anyone?
I wouldn't mention it to anyone yet. But with the runes, I would definitely want an arcana check.
I'm gonna let him
It's
reroll
just a
that
fancy foil cover.
Awesome.
Can I let him reroll that with my inspiration?
I could
You
use
can.
mine if I want to, but I didn't want to. Are you going to use yours?
It's done.
All right.
The universe
Has
doesn't
spoken.
want you to know.
And on top of that, you have your dark gift thing.
The first story is a ghost story about a haunted house and about two children left trapped inside while hungry, nasty things mill around the house, trying to collect them and feeding on anything that comes to rescue them.
Sounds familiar.
Abel,
Yes,
you are activating your divine sense.
I am.
As your divine sense comes up, just this woof of terrible, disgusting, undead odor drifts straight at you from the book. From the book that Heathcliff is opening. It's also drifting from the book Eclipse just pocketed.
That's the one
And,
with the finger.
yep. Though you're not aware of the finger.
But I am aware that it is a gambling book because that's what I saw first.
Yep. You also notice that the whole room is just sort of permeated with this green aura that makes everything seem sort of sickly pale. And as you are noticing this, that pale aura begins to fill in, and mist and fog envelop the green edges of your vision. And everyone in the room notices this green fog filling in. And Abel, you notice another glowing touch of undeath from, well, you can't see what it is, but an object on one of the far tables.
I will relay this through the psychic link. Like I will send what I'm seeing and sensing outward.
The green fog is coming in, and that the book that he's looking at is dangerous.
Yes, and the book that was pocketed is also dangerous. And for what reasons?
Alright, so you explained that out across the network. Is that all you're doing?
Yes.
Eclipse, this just came out across the network. What are you doing?
I'm still fascinated with the puzzle box I'm trying to solve.
Be an intelligence check to solve it. But you do hear this like dire warning in your head.
Yes. Let's see. Intelligence, not my best stat.
You are unable to solve the puzzle. However, you are right next to the table that when Girk relayed everything that he was seeing and interpreting. You're right next to the table that something that was emanating energy is on.
I'm gonna also pocket the puzzle box, and I'll try and solve it later.
Solid.
And then I guess I'll check that table.
And then I guess I'll check the table. Tra la la la
The
la.
puzzle box is important to me.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, laying on the table appear to be a pair of train tickets. That's it, just in the center of this table. All the rest of the detritus and minutia have been sort of pushed back, and laying in the middle, shiny and new, just appear to be a pair of train stubs.
Burn them with fire.
Maybe that's what the warning was about, because I'm pretty sure that'll be the first
Do you
think.
do you relay to the party that you found these tickets laying here?
I do. And I also bring up the facts like, didn't you mention something about tickets?
So Zed, this is going on around you.
I'm curious what the destination on those tickets is.
Do you just sort of stop what you're doing and go over and check them out?
Yes. I won't touch them now, I'll just like look.
What was the last thing you were working with? Were
Uh,
you the one with the book? No, Heathcliff's the one with the book.
I had taken the sword hilt and helmet off the armor.
Yep. Yeah. To look at later. Okay. Yeah, you walk over, you notice the tickets are not for a land you've ever been to, but you recognize the city of Cyre on them. The name just sounds familiar. C-Y-R-E.
I'll make a history check to see if I can remember it way back. Four.
You remember nothing about Cyre.
I
Heathcliff, you're opening a book that's telling a story of children. Do you continue reading? The story is very familiar. You've also now been warned that undead magic seems to be emanating from that book.
I would let's see here. So, yes, I would like to keep reading it, but with the necromantic energy coming from it, no, I would not like to keep reading it. At the same time, contemplating potentially taking one for the team. Well, I mean, I can always ask. Okay. So even though this book is emanating necromantic energy, do you all think that we should keep reading it or stop reading it?
Burn it with fire.
So we have a burn it with fire.
I was gonna ask what the story you've read up consisted of.
Girk, is your burn it with fire on the book that he's reading or on the tickets?
On this entire building.
Fair enough.
And once he explains the story, I'd wonder if it was gonna continue on our path, because it seems very similar to the house we were just in.
Like, to be completely honest, guys, I was contemplating burning leaving the building and just burning it down in our wake. but I kind of wanted to see what I was burning down first.
So most of the votes are for him to continue reading or to not, because he's got to decide what he's doing with his turn, guys.
I would say
Leave it up to him.
So we gotta leave it up to me, a continue reading, and a burn it to the ground. So I'm gonna continue reading.
As you continue reading, it begins to tell the tale of an unlucky composer who came to the house for a house party. And this daring do that unfolds around it, and the death of this composer. The whole room can now see that the room is filling up with green fog and green mist, like you guys have noticed before. But it seems to be all but emanating from the book and from Heathcliff himself. So Heathcliff is reading. Abel, you saw somebody find the ticket. You also see Heathcliff reading and emanating the green fog.
Stop that.
That's it, just stop that.
Yep, pretty much. And I'm
But you don't actually make an effort to stop him?
I didn't hear what you said.
So you don't actually make the effort to stop him? You just deadpan stop that?
Stop it as I start walking back towards the ladder. That's not healthy.
So Abel's like, I'm done. I'm heading back upstairs. I'm not part of this. This is a bad idea. Knock it off. Eclipse, what are you doing?
Do I go against my nature? I'm going to pick up one of the tickets.
The tickets we were warned about?
The tickets
You were warned about. You and you alone were warned about them, Abel Gherkin. No one else could see your
I sent
visitor.
it over the network, I said.
Yeah, and you have shared the information, don't get me wrong, but you were warned. The party was not.
I'm going to go ahead
So you pick up
and snag the
You
ticket.
pick up the ticket, and
Pick up.
it's a ticket.
What was on
This is a little more than a ticket for a lightning rail.
lightning rail? Interesting.
You ask lightning rail out loud questioningly like that?
Yeah.
Gurk, you hear him say that. Lightning rails are from Eberron, the land you are from.
I would explain what they are, but that would have to be done in character, but out of game because I'm not entirely certain what they are.
They're trains, that's it. They're controlled by lightning elementals.
There you go. I explained that.
Eberron has maglev, controlled by lightning elementals.
And
Japanese bullet train to the rescue.
so these are tickets for something that exists where you're from?
Yes.
Odd that they are here.
Out of everything in this room, this is the one thing that we were warned about. And this is the thing that we're going to spend our time focusing on. I think we should burn them with fire.
To be fair, they were the one thing you were warned about, and they just happened to be something specific to where you are from.
And I'm turned around and warning you. These
Does
are
anybody read the ticket out loud in the process of this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm holding them. I'll go ahead and read them out loud.
Gurk, I need you to roll me a history check.
Let me walk back to my computer. All right, I'm back. That was fast. Oh. Nature sheet. Go to skills. Find history. Oh, that sucks. 8.
When they read the tickets out, you're like, Sear, yeah, I know Sear, that's where I'm from, but that's really all that registers.
I come from a big land. There's lots of things I don't know.
You feel like, well, Sear's specifically the kingdom you're from, like when we
No,
had
I
your
say
opening.
that out loud.
Oh. So it doesn't immediately register to him, which may or may not be for the best. However, we notice the green fog continue to billow out from Heathcliff while you guys are having this conversation. Sazid.
I'll notice the mist and say, this usually teleports us. Are you sure you want to continue reading?
That was directed at you, Heathcliff.
I'm sorry, I was chewing on a pretzel. No, seriously.
Reading in a late night.
He
I
has
didn't hear it.
suggested that that green fog usually teleports people or moves them locations. Are you sure you should keep reading?
No, but at the
I
same
noticed.
time, my curiosity's piqued. I kind of want to see where this goes.
Do I notice the runes in the book when I look over your shoulder?
What's your passive perception?
I believe it's 12. Yes, 12.
I'm gonna go with no. You don't.
All right.
So Heathcliff, it's come back to your turn. Third turn of storytelling. Do you keep reading the children's stories?
Well, is everybody moving towards the trapdoor and the ladder back up, or just Abel?
Kind of seemed like only one person was moving to immediately be like, yeah, I'm done with this nonsense.
Yeah, I was reading over your shoulder.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep reading.
The decision is yours.
Yeah, is that what you do then?
Yep.
All right. With a hacking cough over your words as the smoke billows in, and you find yourself wondering if the smoke and fog is not making members of your party hack and wheeze. The whole room is just overwritten with this billowing green fog and this suddenly smell of ammonia has flooded the room. And I got to find the specific thing that happens and share it. Load. It's loading, guys, I promise. I have a spinny wheel. Theoretically. Come on, Fantasy Grounds. There we go. Do Do I want floor 2? No, I want floor 3. Nope, I want floor 2. Alright, I'm dropping your tokens on an all-new map. Succeed. Able. Eclipse. Heathcliff.
Oh no.
We've been here before.
As the green fog clears, a man steps off the bed. Theodora? That you? Somebody bringing me my medicines, girl? And you find yourself standing in an all too familiar location.
Mother puss bucket.
Crashing
Here we
and
go again.
booming from downstairs goes off. They've returned! Echoes through the halls. And you know what, fellas? It's super early, but that would be a great spot for me to just be like, so we're leaving it right there for 2 weeks.
What a cliffhanger.
I mean, to be honest, I'm down, but I can keep going as well.
Party opinion. This has been a short stream. It's still early. It's only 7:15. But that to me was a good spot to just wrap and leave you guys hanging back in the House of Laments.
Told you guys, don't
mean-
fuck with the tickets.
I'm fairly certain it was the book.
This had
It was
nothing to
pretty-
do with the tickets.
Yeah, this was all the book.
I say what I said.
I said what I said. All right. Well, as for people in my chat, I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw tonight. We are going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope my players had a good time getting run round backwards right back to where they started from.
Hey, maybe
We'll see
we
if
can
there's...
hit that estate that we missed on the way down. Try it again.
Well, let's see if there's whole new twists to experiences, especially since Irina is not with you, and near as anyone can tell, neither is Ez. We'll find out what happens to them next time on Exiles in the Mist, our Ravenloft campaign. So we'll catch all you guys on the other side.
Did we level up?
Is it next Sunday?
Answers to all these and more next time on Exiles in the Mist.
Now we